Howdy, yeah. Today is February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. I am currently cleaning out some of those black tubs I had the chicks in, just throwing the chicken litter in the garden. Something I just realized in this coop is all my roosters are on the ground. Every single one a rooster. But up on the roost are all the hens. There's a couple roosters, but maybe the roosters are just keeping them up there. Roosters can get a little controlling. I just have way too many in here. These are the ones I hatched from September. Howdy, yeah. Today is February 15th. Still 50-degree day. It was beautiful, sunny, and actually things dried up. They're not sticky, squishy, muddy today, which is really nice. But I do have a little issue in my hoop coop again. I had the one Rhode Island red a couple days ago. Something got in the coop, got her. I plugged the hole. The next day nothing happened, figured I was good. Well, today we have some more casualties. So what I did was just plug that hole up with some cinder blocks, and that held fine. Whatever critter it was not able to get in there again because there is chicken wire. It's just that tiny little sliver. However, it has come to my realization that the door is the only other spot that does not have the chicken wire on the bottom. I am going to double check and kind of dig up under, but I can see little fragments here and there of it sticking up. It's kind of gotten buried over time, but I think the door is a weak spot. And if you don't want to see dead chickens, you might want to look away now. There were two. There was one right by the door. This is Rhode Island red. You can tell whatever it was dug up under here, killed this chicken, tried to drag it out, couldn't, so just ate its head. It's kind of gross, so won't focus on that too much. And then over here it just had fun with that chicken. It bit its neck up and that was about it. So once again, nothing in that hole, which is good, but I don't want that thing coming back and getting any more of my chickens. I think it's been going for the easy birds, the ones that have been sleeping in the nesting boxes. So I did have a rooster, I kicked him out. So at least the chickens aren't sleeping in there anymore. Hopefully the ones that were smart and the ones that weren't are dead. So I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, hopefully catch it. It's probably a mink or a weasel or something like that. But I'll work on plugging up this front door too, and double checking the perimeter. Pretty much all I did this weekend was wash eggs. I did about 16 dozen on Saturday and another bunch on today. I did a total of 49 dozen washing, boxing. I took 42 to the grocery store, so hopefully that'll last them a full week. Chickens are definitely picking up on production. That's 10 more than I had last week, so that's good. But I gotta catch whatever this is, unless I'm not gonna be making any progress on the eggs. I do have a couple traps here. This right here is actually a weasel trap. You put a rat trap inside it, weasel crawls in, snap, dead. This thing's better for larger game, raccoons, live trapping. So I don't think that would work so hot for a weasel, but I'm gonna hang out for a little while, like I said, hopefully get it. And if not, set some traps. This is the weasel trap my dad built a long while ago. But all you do is open it up, stick in a trap, throw some bait in there, close it, and hopefully the weasel goes in there and gets snapped. So we'll see. Best things to bait are anything fresh. They love chicken liver, chicken entrails. I do have 2 dead chickens, so I'll probably grab some of that, stick it in this box, and hope we get something. I have a bunch of rat traps, but I also don't want to just put traps all around the coop in the open because I could catch, you know, a cat's foot or something. So I don't want to do that because I have seen a lot of cats out here. So we're just going to keep it in the box. Hope the weasel, mink, whatever it is goes in it, and we get it. Chicken wire, cutters, drill, washers, screws. This should get the front of the coop nice and safe. Looking for a scrap piece of wood because I'm out of washers. I do good. A little longer would be ideal. Might be too long. I'll take both. Looks like that long one will work perfect. It's kind of inset just a little bit, so I want to make sure that there's no gaps on the corners there. So I'm just gonna screw that board to it. The doorway feels much more secure just because it's not mudded in yet. It's kind of riding up, so stick some rocks on there. I did go ahead and do the same thing to this corner over here. Just put some rocks on it because there's a tiny little gap that doesn't have the netting. The rest of the coop's good. I am a little worried about some of these coops out here. Primarily the middle one, I think. I think I got most of the stuff on the outside on the far one, but we'll see. I feel at least solid on the coop for now. I am a little nervous because I have a few birds that I do really like in here. And the one on the far left there on the bottom, that buff looking around, that's Miss Frizzle. I really like her because she's old. She's usually kind of lower on the pecking order. So she's toward the bottom, which scares me. There's about 2 or 3 more in there that I really like. But we're gonna hope everything's good. There's no more easy entry points, at least on the coop. So we'll see what happens. It seems like this time of year there's always something getting into the coops. It's a little warmer now, things are coming out, they're hungry, so chicken is always on the menu for predators sniffing around. So hopefully I can deter them enough. If not deter them, kill it, but we'll see. I will set up some traps before I go. The sky is so clear tonight. You can see the stars really well up there. Beautiful out. Have you guys ever seen what an egg looks like before it comes out of the chicken? Like it's still inside the chicken? Well, when I had to cut open one of my chickens to get some bait because the weasels like the innards, actually got 3 eggs. So I'll show you that. If you don't want to look, I mean, it's not really bloody or gross, but in case you're squeamish, you can look away. So those are 3 eggs right there. Pretty cool, right? Just little squishy balls. And every 24, 26 hours, somewhere in there, releases one and it actually hardens up and gets a shell around it. So pretty neat. 3 birds down. Just doing some super quick math on that. If each of those birds were giving me 4 eggs a week, that is 3 times 4, 12. So I'm missing 1 dozen eggs a week now. It fluctuates throughout the year. They don't lay as much now. They could be giving me, 2 or 3 a week. Versus spring coming up, they could be giving me 5 to 7. So rough numbers here. Let's just say I'm down a dozen a week. I sell a dozen for $7. 7 times 52 weeks in a year, $365 I'm down just by 3 chickens. So you'd have to take a little bit of it out for feed and whatnot, but doing the rough math, I hate losing chickens. And it's not even just about the numbers. I love my chickens and I don't want to see them get eaten. So I hope they're going to be all right tonight. I did put the trap along this side back here with the hole facing toward the back. I really hate using live, not live bait, but smelly bait, just because it could bring around other things. But this thing's been loosely consistent. So if it comes back, hopefully it'll go in there. Frizz is still bottom left, but not very bottom anymore, so that's good. Howdy y'all, today is February 16th. The box did move. I haven't looked in it yet, but remember I did have it sitting right here. So something must have got in there. Let me get over there and open it. I think I'm actually gonna get some leather gloves just in case there is something still alive in there and it pops up and tries to get me. The trap snapped, but unfortunately we didn't get anything in there. But something obviously was interested in it and drug it a little bit, so I'm gonna check on the chickens. Actually, if you look at the coop here, you see this little print? It looks like a raccoon. Here's my hand for reference. Good news is that all the chickens are doing just fine. Bummer about that trap though. I'll put the bait in the fridge just to keep it somewhat nice, and then we'll reset it tonight. Also the other day we did get some work done setting up this grow room. So we've got some dirt, some more trays. These are pretty nice. They're reusable pop outs. This little green part, just push it up and it pops back down for the next year. Getting some of the grow lights set up and cleaned off. This was one that was dusty and gross. Got the tables in here. Still got to set up lights and stuff, but the only thing growing, I've got peppers over here on the heat mat. I might have to take these out to check them, but I don't see anything sprouting just yet. But we'll check all of them here. We have a lot of bee activity right now, mostly from the south hive. Looks like the north hive is kind of waking up. I did undo that wrap just so it wouldn't impede traffic flow because the weather is so nice, they're probably going to want to be out. I do have some sugar water out for them, some sugar and pollen, so it's up toward the front of the garden. Also, I checked on all my pepper seeds. I have 6 different varieties going, 4 seeds each. Slow start, nice and easy. And I have several that are really close to sprouting. One definitely sprouted, so I went ahead and transplanted that, or at least put it in some dirt. So hopefully tomorrow we have another good batch of that coming up. So over here I have brick of sugar, pollen patty, some sugar. It rained, so there's water in there. I dumped most of it out so the bees wouldn't drown. The north hive woke up and now they're just as active as the south hive. So that is great to see. The biggest time consuming things in the springtime are, one, the mobile chicken coops. There are bees everywhere. Just repairs, modifications, and I have to build a new one, as well as the garden. So those are the 2 huge time suckers. I mean, I could start on either of those today, but I'm starting right here, first row of the garden. I'm peeling back the little seam there between the mulch and the straw, and I'm gonna see if I can just slide the weed cloth out and put some chicken manure underneath, slide it back. That pulled back nice and easy, some good looking dirt underneath there. So now I'm gonna go clean out another tub that was upstairs from the chicks and just top dress all this dirt. I need just a little bit more to finish that row, and then I'll cover it back up. I just got back from the feed barn. I got as much bedding as I could fit in my car, and I'm planning on getting all the coops looking really nice. I'll have to go back probably Thursday or Friday for chicken food, and I could grab a few more bags. 1 coop done, 5 more to go. One bag was good enough for the chicks for a nice thick layer there. I also did move some of the heat lamps out. I turned them all off. I only left the one in there just in case we happen to get something really, really cold come through, but I'm not too worried about these guys. Getting big, aren't they? All the coops have nice fresh bedding now. It's a good feeling. There's some chickens that are still playing the floor's made of lava. They're not fans, but looks a lot better in there. I just got into my fridge, the black one along the back wall, and everything in there froze. And the lids just blew clean off. Crazy. Surprisingly, the fridge is clean though. Luckily, not everything froze in there. The sparkling water, a couple of the sodas, but nothing bad. Not a mess in there at all, which I'm surprised. With all the nice, dry, fine bedding, the chickens in this coop unanimously decided to take a dust bath. I've got our weasel mink trap set back up again. I put the actual rat trap that's inside a little further back, so hopefully we don't catch a curious raccoon's hand in there. I'm assuming that was a raccoon that drug it last night and reached in. Luckily didn't get its hand. So hopefully we get something tonight. Hopefully it's a silent night for the chickens. My chickens. But I think we'll call it a day there. I'm hoping tomorrow that this will be pretty dry out here. Fire the mower up, fingers crossed. It starts easy. And then start dragging all these hoop coops up that are kind of scattered across the property. Today is February 17th. A little more overcast today. Hopefully it clears up, but it shows clouds most of the day. The trap over there stayed in the same spot, but something still got its hand in there, tripped it, ate a little bit, and left. So we'll probably be done with the trap. It's probably a raccoon again. All the chickens are fine, so we're just gonna go with that. We have a younger bird thinking about coming out. They didn't come out at all when I let them out. When was it, yesterday or the day before? Maybe today. The mower didn't start, so I'm charging the battery. Might need a new battery. The lights at least came on. It made the tiniest, faintest noises when I tried to turn it over, and that was it. So it's down here charging. After a little time on the charger, the mower did start up. I've already drug up one coop, so we still have another 4 more to go. But these 3 out here are gonna be the longest pull. I was sitting down for a snack break, just hanging out with the chickens, and noticed Ugly, this rooster right here. All the other roosters were just chasing him and picking on him. He can't see very good out of one eye, maybe not even at all. So he's just struggling and running constantly, and he's exhausted. So I went and picked him up. You feeling better now? Better take it easy. Just to give him a little bit of a break. So we've been sitting here for about 5 minutes. Looks like he's recovering. Poor guy. Probably keep him up here for a little while longer though. I put Ugly in on the roost on the far left there, away from the other roosters. Of course the hens jumped up there, but they're not bothering him. Just giving him a little bit of company. He is just wiped out. So I didn't notice anything crazy earlier, but I don't know. So hopefully he'll be all right. He's not hurt or injured or anything. He has a little scuff on his leg, but that's it. So poor guy. Even though he has the name Ugly, he's actually a really pretty rooster. He just looked kind of rough this summer with one eye, and he didn't really have a tail growing, and just rough looking. But wintertime, he's actually perked up and looks really beautiful. I've got 3 coops up here so far, and then accidentally turned the mower off, so I'm hoping it starts back up. But I have 2 more to drag up. And now we've got 4 up there, 1 here, and then the one the youngest birds are inhabiting. I won't mess with until they're out. But lots of work to do on all of these coops. I'll go ahead and get one of the coops completely done today. This is that triangular shaped one. I didn't really use it last year. I used it more as a sick bin than anything. But this is gonna be the meat bird coop. So I've already taken the roosts out. I'm gonna reinforce some of this chicken wire that's coming a little loose here. Take off the back. Just put a screen there. And the main thing is this backboard here. You can see how hard it's twisting out, and it makes the wheels pretty inefficient that way. So a lot of the backboards on the coops are like that just because there's so much pull. When they get drugged, the bottom board kind of kicks out over time. So they just need replaced. I've got my broccoli planted now. I have it on a heat mat. I don't want to heat the whole room up just for, 2 tiny little trays of seeds, but it's coming soon where I will. But for now, the heat mat's just fine. Checking on the peppers now, and these are the jalapenos. Got some little sprouts starting. The peppers, for the most part, are looking really good. We'll have some more that we can transplant into dirt probably a little later today. Tomorrow will be perfect. The only ones not doing anything at the moment are the bell peppers. And here come the chickens to mess up all my mulch. I honestly don't mind. If they pick through and find weed seeds and bugs, they're more than welcome. The bees are really enjoying the sugar. They pretty much have all the sugar water drink at this point. starting to get a little dark now, but I did reinforce some of the wire around here that was lacking. Also, anything that was sharp that would grab the tarp and snag it, I've got that gone or pushed down in a better direction. I also did get this backboard changed. That was fun. This thing here has been rusted for a while, just a little hinge, so I've been beating on that up and down, slowly working it. It at least moves now, but it is really, really hard, so I'll still work on that some more tomorrow. But this coop is getting really close to done. I have to cut some of these boards off at the bottom. They're just sticking out ever so slight. It's kind of hard because I never have had a level surface to build any of these coops, so there's a little guess and check in there. But as long as things are square, that's the main thing. And measurement wise, they're lining up, so I don't know why those are acting goofy now, but it's only about ½ inch. It's not a big deal. But this one should be done pretty quick. I'm gonna do some cleaning up before it gets too dark. So the chickens are slowly going up. I did get a text from the 2nd grade teacher from the elementary school. Every year in the springtime, they hatch chicks as their school project or their class project. The whole school is really into it and stops by, and there's usually a live stream that all the classrooms in the school put on when they start hatching. So it's a pretty cool experience for the whole school. But they asked if they could do 4 classrooms this year. So a couple years ago they started out with 2, last year 3, this year they're going up to 4. I think there are only 4 2nd grade classrooms in that school, so hopefully that's it and it covers all of them. But that's exciting. I don't know when that's going to start. Still a little ways out, I'd imagine. This is that Whopper egg I got the other day. Let's crack it open. Definitely a double yolker. Look at that. Very cool. Gotta love a 2-for-1 deal. Good morning, y'all. Today is February 18th. We're gonna have plenty of sun today. A little breezy, but not ridiculous wind. So that'll hopefully help dry all this remaining slightly damp dirt out. We did get a light sprinkle last night, nothing bad, but I'm gonna check on the chickens, make sure everyone's okay, nothing got in, and let them out for the day. Pull this rock over here, get that door open. Chickens all good? Make sure no one's dead in the corner like last time, that was a surprise. And we're good. I'm feeling pretty good about this coop now. I did run out of staples, so I'd like to reinforce just the bottom around one more time because some of the staples over time kind of pulled out. So I want to make sure that's secure, but I've retightened everything. I got the bottom board on. This thing took a little bit of work, but I can at least move it now. I couldn't even beat that with a sledgehammer and move it earlier, so that's nice. I've got the chicken wire on the back secured really good. And up front, I just tightened the hinges, the lock, because those things kind of wiggle out over time. I did have to sawzall a little bit on this door down there just so it closed really easy. But I feel really good about it. Like I said, just need more staples. I have everything up top reinforced, but I just want to go around the bottom one more time. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on the tarp. I think I was using 10 mil last time, so this one is slightly heavier. The other ones lasted almost 3 years, so that was pretty good. But we'll get this on with some zip ties, and then this coop will be done. Tarp is on and secured. You know, I did just think, last year I put that chicken wire hardware cloth around the edges. I forgot about that, so I'll probably do that on this coop as well, plus a couple more staples, and then this coop will be done. But I'm out of staples, so I'll either take a break later this afternoon, we're gonna do that, or just do that a different day altogether. But the bulk of the work is done on this coop, so that's a good feeling. Only 6 more to go. Another long good day of getting things done. I'm currently pulling off all my old loofah and kikuzi off of this fence row here and getting it burned up with everything else. Howdy, yeah. Today is February 19th. We have a big ugly storm coming in right now. On the radar it honestly doesn't look bad, but wind, hail, tornadoes, the whole thing they're saying right now. So we'll see what it brings. Personally, I was not planning on being at the farm. I've already been here earlier today. I got chores done. But the chickens were conspiring against me as of yesterday evening. So I had a couple hens from my far coop out there, the younger birds. Just didn't go up, so I didn't have a lot of time earlier today to get things done. I tried to get the chickens in and then wound up just letting all of them out in that coop. So here I am again. I also am kind of crunched on time because I have another rehearsal, but I'm just gonna hope this storm blows the chickens in the coop and they go up a little sooner today, but just gotta wait now. So I just heard that there was a confirmed tornado from this system. It's not quite here yet. I've still got just a little bit of time. So it could be pretty ugly. I'm really hoping these chickens go up sooner. And the two hens that were out, I'm gonna kind of walk around and see if I find where they were hanging out. So that way I can swat them away and they go in the coop. But there's chickens all in the woods. It could still be a little while. This is not your coop. Go. Go, 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 go up, please. Starting to lightly sprinkle. Hearing some thunder now. Usually it gets a little darker with storms and the chickens want to go up a little sooner. That is the hope. They're all kind of around the door. 6:26, not too bad, but definitely getting some rain. Wind hasn't picked up just yet, but I'm getting out of here.